excuse my back to you. Need some brown rice. Get that open. And we'll do, so that's a cup. Okay. So we'll do 2 cups of brown rice, and this should do 2 to 3 people. Okay, and 1 cup of wild rice. It doesn't have to be wild rice, you can just do 3 cups of ordinary rice, but I find that the wild rice gives it a nice texture and a nice flavour, so put those in there. Now 3 cups of rice to 6 cups of water. One that we'll be using is turmeric, and also we'll be using cayenne. Now turmeric is that yellow powdery substance. It is an awesome antioxidant, which the studies go back into ancient India in the Ayurvedic medicine. This, as far as an antioxidant is concerned, I think it's about 8 times more powerful than what vitamin E is, and it's much stronger than what vitamin C is as well. So without going too heavily into what an antioxidant does, with free radicals, it's like pollution and all that type of stuff which gets in the body. It zaps around in the body trying to find a natural space, but because this pollution that is happening isn't natural, it's doing a lot of damage, zapping around in the body, hitting cells and breaking them and making them deteriorate. What turmeric will do is to help protect these cells. Okay, so that's the way it prolongs your life. Okay. Enough of me gobbing off, we'll get back to the food. Okay, we've just been out in the rain just to get some salad. Main thing once again is chickweed, but we're also going to put one of the top Ayurvedic herbs in there, and that's gotu kola. That is awesome for memory, for stuff with the brain, also with the heart. It's another longevity herb, well known to Ayurvedic practitioners. Now, with all of the herbs, with all of the herbs and the spices that we use, we're not cooking. So we don't put turmeric, we don't put any of the herbs in there to cook. We wait until that's cooked, the rice is cooked, and we'll then put the salads and the herbs in. Very important, because if you're going to have herbs, you want them to be at their optimum. You don't want them cooked. Once they're cooked, herbs have a lot less of their potency, obviously, because you're killing off the life force, that living force that this living body needs. Okay. So the other thing that we will need is these guys here. These are shiitake mushrooms. Now you can use normal mushrooms, but we're going to use the shiitake mushrooms just for this one. Now mushrooms also don't need much light, obviously, so they're very good homegrown, awesome homegrown, and another really rich source of food. In fact, these guys also have a certain amount of vitamin D in them too, so really good for immune boosting. Sunshine, exceptional for vitamin D. Okay. Nice and fine. I think I've already mentioned that shiitake mushrooms are exceptional for the heart. Now, we're not actually going to cook these mushrooms yet. Now, right at the end of when the rice is cooked, that's when we'll put the mushrooms in, so it will soften them a bit. We don't want to harshly cook the mushrooms. Harshly cooked, they lose all of their potency, they lose their power. Okay, so we don't want to kill the mushroom. We want the mushroom to still have all of its nutrition in it, so that your body will be able to utilise it as well. Now, looking at the slices of these, you would, with say the signatures, doctrine of signatures, it can actually, it looks a little bit like lungs, filtering and that, so possibly mushrooms are extremely good for the lungs. They're also good for thyroid too. Okay, a very good source of food. B12 as well. Okay, very easy to grow. They grow in the dark. Okay, exceptional food source. Excuse my back there. Okay, now the rice is now cooked. The water has gone from there. So we're going to be putting the mushrooms in now and just letting them sit in there for a little while. Not a set recipe. Be creative and do your own versions of it as well. So if you zoom down to this little guy here who's actually can't wait to have it, hey? Yum? Yeah, awesome. Alright, yeah? Can't wait to eat it, can you? Yeah. So just mix it around in there nice and thoroughly, and let it sit for about 5 minutes. Okay, and then we'll start adding all of the other stuff to it. We might actually we'll put one more mushroom in there, I think. Yep. Okay, that's been sitting for about 5 minutes, pouring outside. You can probably hear that in the background. That's okay. I love the rain too. It is awesome. It's so giving. Right. So now it comes down even heavier. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to put a bit of just a few squirts of this guy here, and now we'll put some olive oil in. We're going to be using the cayenne again. Cayenne is an exceptional healing spice, so we're putting in there probably too much, about say half a teaspoon. I have a little bit more because I like it. And turmeric. Do your research on this Ayurvedic spice, herb, whatever you want to call it. It is a herb, it's a plant. Okay, and this is the root part of the plant. Do some research on it and just see how brilliant this plant is. Okay. 1 to 2 teaspoons of turmeric, okay, and just make sure that you blend it around thoroughly. If you're not used to herbs or spices, just halve what I've put in there, and that should be enough for you until you get used to them. Herbs are very healing. We're washing in water that doesn't have any fluoride in it. So, but we won't say that. We won't say that plants heal, will we? Plants heal, will we? Plants heal, will we? Plants heal, will we? Really yummy recipe, this one. Nice and healthy. Really good for the winter months. So I'm not completely raw, but most of the stuff that we have is raw. But we also have cooked meals as well. Oh, yum. That is so nice. So this should serve about 3 people. So there's more than enough to come back for seconds. I hope you enjoy it. I do. Okay.